and I'm hella young. They call me Zombie Ray.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are shots fired by none other than Bob Arum. Yes, he's the original OG. And Bob Arum took some shots at Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua. Here's his Twitter account. As you can see, there goes Bob with the fist up. What he said was Dillian Whyte was so busy fighting for his WBC mandatory position that he didn't see Povetkin's uppercut, which knocked him cold on his ass. And then he said, Pulev will KO Joshua next. London bridges are falling. So I'll start one off with G. What are your thoughts on Bob Arum saying Dillian Whyte was so busy worried about the WBC he didn't see Povetkin's uppercut coming, and that Pulev's gonna knock out Joshua and London bridges are falling down?
All right, let me first address the Dillian argument. Well, he's technically right because Dillian definitely didn't see that uppercut. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like I have to believe. And based upon Dillian's reasoning after and when he interviewed Scott Sports, I have to believe he wasn't really that disciplined when it came to Povetkin, because I'm like, you should have known that's what he's going to bring to the table, unless he was just that confident in the fight that he thought, I'm going to get him out of there, so he let his guard down. So that happens, you know what I mean? Now, in regards to the whole WBC thing, I kind of feel Bob on this one. It's like, you know what I mean? Why not throw a jab, you know? But I know this, though. If Bob was his promoter, Bob wouldn't have said that. Bob would be the one pushing that whole 1,000-day thing, too. So all these promoters are funny, man. They're hypocrites. Now, in regards to the Pulev-AJ situation, yo, man, listen. I don't see AJ losing to Pulev. But if, in fact, AJ loses to Pulev, man, this has just been a horrible, 2 years for the heavyweight division. So I don't know, man. But I will say this. If AJ loses again, definitely he right. London's bridge definitely fallen. You know what I'm saying? What was that movie, London Falling or whatever?
I know what you're talking about.
Remember Olympus has fallen?
Yeah, London has fallen.
Yeah, and this is going to be London Falling Part 2. You know what I'm saying? If, in fact, that actually happens. But I don't see that happening. So salute to Bob. He's feeling himself right now. You know, he let off one last night. He was that excited. You know what I mean? So, you know, it happens, man. You know, hey, it is what it is, man. Salute to Bob. Hopefully, you know, his second half of his little prediction comes true for him. But I really want AJ to win this so that way we can finally get undisputed. Because I truly believe if Pulev wins those belts, and I don't think we'll ever see undisputed, to be honest with y'all, you know? And so, yeah.
Well, technically, if Pulev wins, him and Tyson Fury are the same promoter, so it could happen. It just would be Pulev versus Fury.
I'll be honest with you. I think Usyk will beat Pulev.
I'm sure AJ got a rematch clause in that joint, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
No, it's a mandatory. I don't unless it's mandatory. You don't have to technically honor rematch clauses when it's mandatory. You get the shot, it's yours. Sometime, depending.
Nah, this is AJ, bro. Every contract he got
I still don't see why you wouldn't have to honor it. It's a mandatory, but you're the champion, so you have rematch clause. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Let me take that back. My statement now, when I think about it, it's it doesn't matter because of the rematch clause anyway. So, yeah, I think we Gucci. You know what I mean? Anyways, I do believe AJ's gonna beat him anyways. He's too one-sided. He's he's on what's it called, Klitschko 2.0, but worse. You know what I'm saying? He's like a beta version, if anything. He has too many flaws. So, and he's been inactive for a minute. He's been taking too much step-aside money. I think he's going in there just to get knocked out, to be honest. So, I'm not really worried about Pulev. But then again, hey, I don't think Dillian was really worried about Povetkin, so it happens. It's the heavyweight division, man. One punch changes everything.
All right, Trail Dollar Bill.
Bob is drunk tweeting. That's what Bob was doing. Bob was having a ball. He was over there getting faded, tweeting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him more. But one thing that's not going to happen is AJ losing to Pulev. I put my prediction in now. AJ winning that fight. You know, all right, I get it. You know, it's your time to poke at your competition a little bit. You know, but it's true. Like we said before, you know, Dillian had this coming. You know, so hey, Bob's just having fun.
Yeah.
There's not too much I can say about that. Bob over there just drunk tweeting. That's what he's doing.
All right, Ned.
Yeah, I'm with Trill. Bob's just feeling himself, yo. You know, it's that moment where you get to like stun on the opposition, and he's doing that. But Bob, you know, it's wishful thinking Pulev gonna pull out a magic win, the magical win for you, man. But let's not speak on something that hasn't happened yet. You know, I know AJ's preparing for that fight. He's getting ready. But, you know, you got that one on Dillian. Dillian probably wasn't paying attention. He was too focused on his green belt that he didn't see that uppercut.
It's a bad shorty, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Dudes be going crazy for that green and gold. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Complex.
You know, Bob Arum has got one of my favorite quotes in all of boxing. Yesterday I was lying. Today I'm telling the truth. And he was telling the truth with this tweet. You know, Bob Arum is an older guy, but he still keeping it real. Yeah, I mean, Dillian played himself. Like I said, he could have fought for the title before, but he didn't. He kept trying to play this whole, you know, whatever role for mandatory. You know what's funny is AJ, after the fight, said that, like, yo, Dillian, you're my boy. Like, you're going to come back and, you know, you'll get a shot. As long as I'm champion, you'll get a shot. You won't have to wait 1,000 days. And I was like, wait a second. Haven't you been world champion for that same 1,000 days that you're whatever? Like, you could have given him a shot. That's what's so funny is that AJ holds 3 of the 4 major belts. They have the same promoter, yet somehow Dillian never got a shot. Or when he did have a shot.
Hold on, Complex. You even brought it up.
That's what I was about to say.
Sorry?
Yeah, I broke my own rules. My bad. Complex, go. Continue.
Now you see how hard it is not to break that rule, though, right?
What were you saying?
I think you brought it up that he took AJ offer. You know what I'm saying? AJ did give him an offer to fight.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, I was just about to make that point. Like, he did turn it down. He turned it down.
All right,
but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He actually did have a chance.
Follow the own rules you set, G.
I panicked. I'm sorry.
You gotta be the champion you want to see.
Break the rules
You
out
keep
here.
breaking those rules, G. I'm gonna break those
I'm
rules.
mute myself.
He make the rules and he break the rules.
No, just to wrap up, I think Pulev, like I expect AJ to win, but it's possible. Anything's possible. It's heavyweight boxing. You know, stranger things have happened. So I don't see Pulev winning, but you never know. One good punch changes everything. So it's quite possible. But yeah, Dillian Whyte played himself. I agree with Bob Arum.
Bob, come on, Bob. Listen, Bob's getting to the point where he needs to ask his physician if his heart is healthy enough for watching boxing. Watching boxing. Get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter. Because that type of knockout that happens, the one that can cause a heart attack. When G called me, he was like, yo, my heart stopped, yo.
Crazy. It was crazy.
When G told me that, the first thing I thought about was Bob. Like, is he all right? I hope Bob's all right. Hope he's all right. Nah, but Bob is a funny dude. I'm not at Dillian because Dillian's been the one saying Fury's ducking him, and he expects Fury to run like the coward before him, Deontay Wilder, and everyone's afraid of Dillian, right? That's the narrative that's being painted. So when he gets knocked out by Povetkin, I fully expect the people he's saying ducking him to come out and say something, and I expect the promoters to say something. Bob Arum, for example, what he wrote saying, you know, he's so busy fighting with the WBC. Why does that matter to Bob Arum? Because he's a part of Tyson Fury's promotional team, and Tyson Fury's his guy, and that's the guy you're taking a shot at. That's the guy you fighting so hard. That's the guy you trying so hard to get a fight with, and then you got knocked out by Povetkin. So, you know, if you paraphrase his tweet, what he's saying is you were so worried about Tyson Fury, you got knocked out by Povetkin. Right? So I get that. Now, what he said about Anthony Joshua losing to Pulev. To me, if that happens, I'm sure if Pulev, let's be real, Pulev beats Anthony Joshua, I'm sure Bob Arum will be happy for Pulev. I'm sure Bob Arum will be happy that he now is in control of all the belts in the heavyweight division. And I'm sure he'll be happy that Tyson Fury's about to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. But he's not going to be happy with that paycheck he gets when he makes Pulev versus Fury. He's not going to be happy with that. That paycheck is going to look a hell of a lot different. Joshua.
Man, if Pulev beat AJ, yo, Aaron might give up the ghost, yo. He might. He might.
This is a situation where it's sort of a win-win in some ways. There's pros and cons to everything, but do you really want Pulev to beat Joshua?
That's what I'm saying. He don't
really want that. So I think this is more of a I'm gonna poke the bear. I'm going to take a shot at Eddie Hearn type of deal. Oh, and then when Pulev, just talking smack. But I don't know if he really wants that. So it is what it is. But I'm okay, and I expected him to take a shot at Dillian Whyte.
One thing I think that Bob though is that with promoters, when you have a mega fight like that, you have to split it. So all the income doesn't come to you. But when you have both fighters, you get to keep everything. So I think that's what he would actually like. But like you said, it's a win-win because the AJ fight will be bigger in terms of bigger money, but the Pulev fight will be all your money. You don't split it with anybody. And what's more is whoever wins that, you get to promote as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world going forward. So there's more money. You control that. So there's you keep more money in that sense when you have, that promotion. And you can give all your other fighters a bunch of shots at the heavyweight championship. So you keep it in-house. So I think that's what he would actually kind of want Pulev to win. If, like you said, either way, there's an avenue to success. Because if Pulev doesn't win, Tyson Fury can go in there and get all the belts anyways in a big fight. If Pulev, wins or loses or whatever, then if Pulev wins, then he's get the same fight anyway. So, promoters want to keep all the bag.
Excellent point by Complex. Probably the first time ever.
Don't condescend to me, boy.
all this taught me was no matter how old you get, you can still be petty. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. It's the Boxing Bros.
Catch me creeping down the dark street. This is where me and the zombies meet. Guarantee we all gonna eat. It's Zombie Ray again with HD. I'm a zombie in the night, you better run from me. Zombie Ray in the house, you better run, homie. Brought a mask and some gloves with some thugs with me. I came to do damage, who wanna purge with me? Super Saiyan zombie, I'll be